Yeah, so we're going to do ankle range of movement test, just screening Andy's ankle range of movement here. So start off first, going to get him to just line up his foot as he normally stands. And then we're going to work on tracking his knee out over his little toe. So push that knee out over the little toe. I don't want to see his hip sticking out, or his knee rolling in, or his arch collapsing. So push the knee out, he drives forward over the little toe, keep going. And at this point his heel just starts to lift back here, so that's the limit of his range. So put the heel back down, push your knee out over your little toe again, and that's his bent knee test. So we're just going to have a look at how far forward that translates. So his knee barely makes it past his toe if he can maintain his rotation. Anything beyond that, it's going to roll in for more movement. If his knee rolls in, it goes way forward, right? But then that's causing problems at the hip and at the ankle and at the arch. So that was his test on his left. On his right, we'll repeat on the left, same standards. Knee tracks out over little toe. Heel stays down. Yeah, and at this point we can see that very subtle rotation starting to kick in already. So push knee forward over little toe. Knee out, knee out, knee out. His hip starts to kick out, keep that in. Yeah. Very similar to the other side, but it looks a little bit more restricted. How's that feel?
Hard. It's getting there.
Same as the other side or less?
Yeah, more, is it?
No, definitely not more.
No.
Push your knee out. Look, it's probably more or less the same. But what this means then, that in order for Andy to squat in an upright position, or in order for him to get depth in a squat, he's going to have to sit back a lot more than if his knees translated forward more. It would allow him to stay upright better. Okay, good. So that was his ankle range of movement test. We're going to test it also in straight legs, so we're going to use an incline board. So hop up on that. Straight leg. So he keeps his knee straight here. You can use this for balance. And what Andy's going to do is just going to report this himself. He's going to turn his knee out so that it roughly faces out over the little toe, and then he's going to push forward from the hip. So turn the knee out. Keep your foot straight though, straight ahead. Start again. Foot straight ahead. Turn the knee out. And now push forward. Tell me when you feel a stretch point. Any stretch kicking in?
Yeah, big stretch in the back of the leg.
Back of the leg, okay. So he's limited in his forward translation here. Try the other side. Straight knee. Rotate out. Yeah, and push forward. Straight knee. Same as the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least it's equal bilaterally, but there's limitation in movement there that we'd probably like to see a better translation of. So with the incline test, we're really looking to see, does it feel the same bilaterally for the athlete? We can do the same test then on a flat surface with pushing forward through the heel. What we don't want to see is any rotation of the upper body. We want to see that knee still rotated out, pushing forward through the heel. So we'll do it, Andy, on that. So one leg back. We're going to get your foot straight ahead, so lined up with the mat. Turn his knee out. Yeah, so we're getting a nice supinated arch, and then push forward from the hip. And we're looking for that point where the heel either starts to rise or the knee rolls in. Yeah, so about here the heel rises. He's maintained good knee position. So again, I drop my plumb line off the top of his kneecap. Gives me a decent idea of how much range he has. Heel is lifting, so we'd sit him back down a tiny bit for accuracy of test. Then we do the same on the opposite side. Straight leg, rotate out. So get yourself into neutral, rotate the knee out. Let's try straighten up the foot first. Rotate the knee out. Rotate out, rotate out, rotate out. And already we're having more difficulty on this side. Straighten the knee, rotate out. Now lean forward. And now we're getting difficulty that Andy wants to roll in. You feel that a little bit more?
Yeah.
So if we keep the knee straight and turned out, lean forward. Yeah, you can maintain it and he gets roughly the same distance before the heel starts to lift, but it's a lot harder to maintain rotation, which means there's probably something going on here in the shin, in his peroneals and those flexors of the foot. Perfect, so there are basically his two tests. Looking for bilateral symmetry and I mean, good range of movement is a point where you can close down the joint without feeling too much tightness or tension in the muscles that support it. But definitely on the bent knee test, if we cannot track the toes or cannot track the knees forward of the toes, it's going to mean a lot of sit back in any squatting or bending movement. Okay, that's our ankle test.